Another brick fan here with a look at a Harry Potter set. This is Hogwarts Room of Requirement. This is set 75966, was released in August 2020, has 193 pieces, 4 minifigures, and cost about $20 when it was released. As you can see, this is a small representation of the Room of Requirement. It does come with these nice minifigures. One of them is this practice dummy or practice mannequin here. And then of course we have Harry Potter, Luna Lovegood, and Hermione Granger. And then they have their Patronuses. So Luna had a rabbit as a Patronus and Hermione has an otter. We'll take a close look at the minifigures here in a minute, but let's take a look at the main set. Let's start off with this blackboard or bulletin board here. You can see it's a nice little freestanding bulletin board. It has all kinds of pictures in here. So it maybe looks like some news articles in here. There's a picture of Cedric Diggory up here, which I thought was a nice nod since he died in the previous movie. And then a nice picture here of, looks like Dumbledore. It looks like maybe some of the teachers along with the students. So I recognize one that looks like Hagrid, maybe Dumbledore, Harry, Ron, Hermione, and some others here. So a nice little bulletin board that goes inside the Room of Requirement. The build itself is just this basically one wall that goes along here. This side actually attaches with Technic pins, so it can be put on either side. You can arrange it, or if you bought more than one set, I suppose you could have several walls. But let's take a look really quickly at this section here. And we have, as you can see, there's a bunch of proclamations here. So these are the different proclamations that Umbridge made once she became the head mistress of Hogwarts while she was trying to find Dumbledore's army. So there's lots of nice proclamations here. And then there's a small action feature in the back. As you see, there's a fireplace down here with a brick sticker behind that. But you see this little panel right here? If you press on that, it pops off those proclamations or knocks them off the wall, which is a interesting little feature there to show the kind of the destructive nature. I believe that happened when the Weasleys, Fred and George, went and left Hogwarts. Also, the Room of Requirement only appears when you need it and appears in a form you need it in. So using these wider these wide rail pieces here, we have a wall section that actually moves to reveal the doorway into the Room of Requirement. And it's done with this, with these nice kind of wooden door look. Moving around to the back of this set, you see that fireplace I just pointed out a little earlier. They have the nice trans blue pieces. And those are 1x2, but I believe 5 bricks tall. So they go the entire height almost of the build here. And then I like how they put together these kind of corbels here, this nice molding look here inside the Room of Requirement. Overall, a simple model, but nicely done. And I think it does represent the Room of Requirement pretty well. I do like the fact that you can use it to connect to other pieces. So if you bought more than one of this set, or if you wanted to just build your own from your own parts, you could complete the room. Let's take a look at the minifigures now. As I mentioned in the introduction, this set comes with 4 minifigures. They include Luna Lovegood here on the left, Hermione Granger in the center, and Harry Potter on the right. There's also the practice mannequin or dummy that comes with it, which we'll take a look at in just a minute. As you can see, Luna's in her nice Ravenclaw school uniforms here. She looks like a little necklace around her neck. She's wearing the blue tie, and then you see the small blue band here on her sweater. I like the hairpiece in this nice blonde color. Hermione's got her hair pulled back in this instance. She's, of course, wearing her Hogwarts sweater. And then Harry here, as you can see, this is a slightly different hairpiece. A lot of times you see the hairpiece with a little gap there, so it makes the scar a lot more visible. He's looking a little bit more casual here. His tie is tied wrong, and then he's got his sweater open and it looks like his shirt's all wrinkled up. He does come with this power piece here, so that actually shoots off of his hand there for a little bit of an action feature as well. So those are common in a lot of the Marvel superhero sets, and I've seen them in a few of the Harry Potter sets as well. Each, of course, has a wand. They've all got the full-size legs in this sense. So this is definitely in the later movies. The Room of Requirement, I think, was first seen in Order of the Phoenix, which was the 5th movie. Let's go ahead and take a look at the backs and then their alternate expressions. So here's Luna with a maybe slightly scared look. Here's Hermione, who looks mad to me in that look. And then here's Harry with a more stern look on his face as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the last figure, which is our practice dummy. So here is the practice dummy that comes with this set. He's wearing one of these hood pieces in the dark reddish brown. Nice expression on his face. He's got a target here. Looks like it's spray painted, so it drips a little bit. So what we have here essentially is a minifigure torso, head, and then hood accessory. And then the bottom of it here is all brick built. You see it has one of these stud on the side, 2x2 pieces, and then a clip piece here, and it's got like the skateboard wheels down here. One of these little hitch pieces in the back to kind of give it more stability, and then it finishes all that off with a tile here in the front. No alternate expression as you may expect, but there is some printing on the back of this little practice dummy. Gives the students that are a part of Dumbledore's army a target to practice their spells on. Now that we've seen all the minifigures, let's go back and I'll give you my final thoughts on the set. Overall, I really like this set. I think there's just enough detail on it to give a good impression of the Room of Requirement itself. So it gives enough substance there to represent the entryway and part of the room itself, with, of course, opportunity for expansion with your own parts. 4 minifigures, or 3 minifigures, and then a kind of a brick-built minifigure here, if you will, for the little practice dummy there, is a pretty good value at $20. You'll spend $4 to $5 on 4 minifigures. Will cost you $20 by themselves. And I really like the little bulletin board they have here with all the different details, as that's a very nice sticker. So like I said, very good value for the money. Obviously 193 pieces, so it fits pretty close to that 10-cent per piece. And the 4 minifigures make this a great value. Hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this Harry Potter set. I'm going to get started on my next video. And until then, happy building.